Greetings comic lovers and welcome back to Casually Comics, the channel where we chat all things comics, from reviews of comics new and old to history to anecdotes to really wherever our whims take us. It's time for congratulations yet again. Lois Lane is getting married. Last time when she married Titan Man, I had a new mic and I plugged it in and it recorded nothing. But I think Lois is still gonna marry me. Just wish me luck, guys. Lois Lane marrying people who aren't Superman may be my favorite playlist at the time of this recording. No, scratch that, it definitely is. Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane is a treasure trove of plots you would struggle to believe are real, and also a fertile landscape of Lois Lane getting married stories. Today we're gonna be taking a look at issue 18, where Lois Lane marries the Astounding Man. And this story takes an astounding turn. There, I made the joke they wanted me to make. I feel unclean. Now, we're all people of culture, so I know that you're excited for another Lois Lane wedding. But before we get started, I'm Sasha, and if you're enjoying this content, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Join us on this comic book journey. If you're feeling so inclined, hit that join button. We've got behind the scenes content. Like I did a video explaining about a review that has not happened and why. And no, it's not that he rigged her womb to explode, even though that moment I laughed out loud. You help us produce more videos and get access to stuff like that and badges and the like. If you're feeling so inclined, please do so. If not, it's all good. Get ready to marry Lois Lane. We're going back to 1960 to a tale written by Robert Bernstein, or it could be Otto Binder. They don't appear to be sure. The 60s wasn't huge on credit inside the book. Either way, we're in for a wild ride. We've got dual artist credit, Al Plastino and Kurt Schaffenberger. Welcome back, Kurt. Our cover is pretty unremarkable. Lois kissing some guy who's flying, but it's got some amusing dialogue on it. Darling, you're the first man in the universe who's been able to make me forget Superman. I can't wait till we're married, because nothing says someone is forgotten like talking about them constantly. Speaking of Superman, he's lurking stone-faced in the corner.
Poor Lois. She doesn't know the horrible shock in store for her when she finds out who her super boyfriend really is.
Well, don't leave us in suspense. I will only accept the greatest emotional tragedies undoing Lois's marriage. This story is the last one in the issue, but the other two are pretty entertaining as well. I like the second one, where if Lois falls asleep, aliens will take over her body, so she has to stay awake for about 9 days straight. Our opening teaser isn't giving me enough info to see if Superman is the best man at this wedding. I mean, if he's not, it just won't feel right. He wasn't the best man at the Titan Man wedding, but that was a dream.
Does that priest have a fur-trimmed collar?
Our story actually opens with something that happens to Lois a lot. Her car breaks down. And as she gets out to see if there's anything she can do about it, a flying saucer lands right in front of her. Zaplam, is that you? She says that this is what has been affecting her car, and she goes to investigate. As an opening appears in the vehicle's side, Lois responds in a typical manner. Aw yeah, just going right on inside and not even leaving a note. Classic Lois. The door closes behind Lois and she realizes that she's been space-napped. The comics words, not mine. But it's okay, hypnotic music starts to play to calm her down, and then there is a compelling voice that speaks to her. That again, the comics word, not mine. Lois Lane of Earth, the time has come for us to meet. I love you. Please marry me. Lois, of course, when faced with an abrupt proposal, does not respond correctly at all. This can't be happening. Handsome spacemen don't kidnap girl reporters and propose the first instant they meet. It isn't done. That's right, he should have kidnapped her at least 3 times first. Also note, once more, handsome was the first adjective. You all saw it. I repeat, I love you. I am Astounding Man. Where's the? Tripping me up, 1960. And I come from the planet Roxton in a distant solar system. He tells her that his people have been studying Earth with a super observation ray, scope, science, and he has come to worship her from afar. He lays it on thick. Your beauty, your loveliness, your soul enchant me. You must marry me. I've come to Earth so I can beg you to become my wife, but I know all about you. You're hesitating because of Superman. Don't. He will never propose to you. I am handsome and have superpowers.
marry me?
He really has done his research. He put handsome first. Because if her outing with Zaplam taught us anything, it's that hot comes before superpowers. All of this is swaying Lois. She's over being kidnapped. And she's not even bothered that he was watching her. That's fine. So many men do that to her. They really do. He says come to his planet for 48 hours, and if she's not convinced and won't marry him voluntarily by the end of it, he'll take her home. I'm worried about the voluntarily in that sentence. Why was that there? That should have been obvious. That shouldn't have needed to be stated. I'm scared.
Soon the saucer reaches Astounding Man's fabulous estate on Roxnon.
Why, this is a Lois Lane palace.
I built it in worship of you.
That's right. All those other suitors, they got nothing on the Astounding Man. You just have a Lois Lane room? Well, sit down, because the Astounding Man's got a whole palace. Statues up the front, bust on the top. What are you even doing?
Inside the amazing palace,
portraits, busts, statues of me everywhere. He must indeed love me very, very much. Lois, we need to have a talk. This isn't love. This is obsession. You should ask if he's willing to take you home early. You get off a flying saucer used to kidnap you and are greeted with a bust of your own face. Start looking for something sharp to hide in your shoe. You've already gone to the second location. He has a Lois Lane contemplation room, continuously running 3D movies of me.
Your every movement is sheer symphonic magic. You are poetry come to life, divine, immortal. I have written hundreds of volumes in your praise.
Oh, come on now, how? There can't be that much to say. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. 1,000. I need to watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit again soon. So he takes her on a tour and shows off his powers. He also takes her on a walk through the city. People comment on what a handsome couple they make, and then suddenly he flies her to that planet's moon.
Please forgive me for bringing you here, but I got jealous of everyone staring at you. I want you all to myself.
Red flags everywhere. This man is gonna lock you inside that contemplation room and never let you out. He has abuser written all over him.
It's his 1960s spaceman suit, isn't it, Lois? Resist the colorful futuristic fashion.
While on the moon, he gives her a ring that she can tell is valuable and then takes her back down to the planet where they continue their date. He takes her to a gladiatorial match where robots are fighting and then decides that he's going to enter it and beat up robots, because nothing says true love like beating up a whole bunch of robots. Or so they tell me. Surprisingly, the Astounding Man suddenly tells her that he can't bear it, that if she's not gonna marry him, then he's just gonna take her home right there.
No, keep me here with you forever. I love you.
Okay, but did the artists get that memo? Because last time I checked, that's not what head over heels in love looked like.
You love me, but what of Superman?
I've come to my senses. Superman doesn't want me, but you do. And you're just as handsome as super as he is. I want you.
I must be sure that it's me you really love. Are you sure it's not just my good looks or super powerful body?
Well, if she's not sure, I am. And I can tell you right now, it is both of those things. No, it's more than those superficial things I love. It's what's inside you, your mind, your soul. Lies, lies! So primed, he reveals his secret to her.
Lois, meet the real me. My secret identity, ooga mooga.
Yes, the real Astounding Man is an old man controlling an android. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. That bot fight was low-key foreshadowing. Well played, issue 18. Well played.
Astounding Man is an artificial man made of chemicals. An android who I bought at the Android Manufacturing Center.
Didn't even build him himself.
Boo! I'm not marrying a man who buys his androids.
So Ooga Mooga wants Lois to marry not him, but the Astounding Man, so that she'll indirectly marry him, and he can keep controlling the android. So he'll live a virtual life as the Astounding Man with Lois. That's fascinating. He says that she promised to marry him and no takesies backsies, and so she agrees that she did promise. So he sends a rocket to Earth with a letter in it for Superman.
Dear Superman, na 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 na, I'm marrying Lois Lane.
Dear Ooga Mooga, I don't care. Marry her.
That's not what the letter said. Of course Superman goes. Even though the invite did not name him his best man. The audacity.
I mean, who does Ooga Mooga think he is? There is an order to these things.
When Superman gets there, Lois explains that she has a plan, but she doesn't let us, the audience, in on what it is yet. So the wedding proceeds.
Congratulations to you both. Bye.
I must say, Superman is a good sport. He's losing a wonderful girl.
But what's this? Superman flies back to Lois Lane.
She pawned the ring the Astounding Man gave her earlier in the story to have a Lois Lane android made, and while she was at the factory, she met an old lady just dying to be a Deus Ex divorcina.
This old lady is love-starved, so when she's told about Lois's situation, well, she takes on that Lois Lane android so that she can marry Astounding Man. Lois does not tell her about Ooga Mooga. That's the Lois I know and love.
And we are told in the epilogue that this works out, and neither Ooga Mooga or the old lady learned the truth, living a happily married life through their avatars as the Astounding Man and Lois Lane.
That was an experience. I'm not sure how I feel. I mean, happy, obviously, and very disturbed by the Lois Lane palace and contemplation room.
But the whole virtual avatar thing is interesting, especially from a modern perspective. I feel like this concept could be revisited and developed more.
Then I remind myself it has been multiple times, just not with Superman. So I will live. Did something like this happen on Smallville? I feel like it did. It's been a while. I'm only in the middle of season 1 of my rewatch, which I do. I love Smallville. I don't care. Haters can come at me. Somebody save me. Stop marrying Lois Lane.
The fact that both Ooga Mooga and this woman feel like they're getting one over on the other person because they're dissatisfied with their true selves, it's interesting.
I mean, if this were different and they were both aware of the other, like what would the harm be? Now I'm entering an interesting territorial space. I didn't expect to have such deep thoughts. Much appreciated, issue 18. Why are the men who are in love with Lois obsessed to this terrifying of a degree? I'm here to tell you that Lois Lane rooms aren't romantic. They are creepy. Please cancel your mannequin and bust orders. What did you think of this stop on the Lois Lane getting married tour? Share all your thoughts down below. And while you're down there, please do all the YouTube things. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you never miss a vid. Thanks so much for taking some time out of your day to spend it discussing comics with me. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.